Kody Brown from Sister Wives has been attempting to reconcile with his children. However, remarks made by Janelle Brown imply otherwise. Kody was formerly engaged in polygamous relationships with 4 women: Mary, Janelle, Christine, and Robyn Brown. He was not only a spouse to his 4 wives, but also a father to 18 offspring. Over time, Kody became alienated from his first 3 wives and their offspring. Kody dedicated the majority of his time to his 4th wife, Robyn, which finally prompted the departure of his other spouses. His choice to prioritize Robyn not only alienated his past wives, but also created considerable strain in his relationships with his adult children. During the COVID-19 epidemic, Kody lost communication with some of his children. He coerced Janelle into expelling his sons, Gabe and Garrison, from their residence, neglected one of his sons' birthdays, ceased providing gifts to his children during Christmas, and omitted attending his daughter Isabel's surgery. Kody became estranged from his other children, including Paydon and Maddie, who developed resentment against him for his treatment of their mothers. In Season 19 of Sister Wives, Kody contemplated mending his ties with his children. He experienced discord with his sole remaining spouse, Robyn, who urged him to confront his problems with his children. Kody acknowledged his want to reconcile, although he admitted he was unwilling to compel them to love him. Conversely, Robyn persistently encouraged him to take the necessary measures to restore his relationship with his children. She even proposed that he camp at their doorstep to facilitate his reconnection with them. Recently, Suki Krishnan, the host of Sister Wives, disclosed details on Kody's circumstances with his children. She stated on The Sarah Fraser Show, he is endeavoring to locate a venue where he can engage with his sons as men and his daughters as women. Suki noted that Kody is diligently striving to reconcile previous disputes with his children. She recognized the intricacy of this endeavor, but underscored Kody's resolve to persist despite the obstacles. Suki elucidated that Kody's objective is to enhance his paternal role, yet he conceded that some of his offspring are hesitant to engage with him. He remarked, "My children will always be my children, and the door will always be open to them." The former polygamous patriarch recognized that while he is prepared to maintain this openness, his children must also exert effort to come through that door. He articulated his readiness to facilitate potential reconciliation but emphasized that he would not sacrifice his relationship with Robyn for the sake of his children. Kody's remarks indicated that although he is keen to mend his relationship with his offspring, he is not inclined to make significant sacrifices to appease them. Kody recognizes that some of his children may wish for him to emphasize Robyn to a lesser extent, as they perceive her as a significant factor in his reduced time spent with their mothers. Some of his children may desire Robyn's exclusion from their family. Kody has unequivocally asserted that he will not relinquish Robyn in order to be nearer to his children. He consistently prioritizes his wife over his children. She asserted that he has alienated himself from his children and is failing to make the requisite effort to mend those fractured connections. In October 2024, Janelle and Christine participated in an interview with News. They deliberated on the conclusion of their marriages with Kody while considering his present psychological condition. They also addressed their children's struggles with daddy issues, attributing the emotional distress within the family to Kody. Janelle cited her daughter, Maddie, as an example to illustrate the nature of her children's relationship with Kody. She articulated that Maddie exhibited disinterest in rekindling a relationship with Kody, stating, "Maddie is merely one illustration of my children's sentiments towards their father." Janelle remarked that Kody has significantly alienated himself from her children. It is uncertain whether Suki's update is more recent than Janelle's. Both Janelle and Christine conveyed profound sorrow regarding the estrangement of their children from Robyn's 5 children, expressing a desire for future reconciliation. In Season 19 of Sister Wives, Kody recounted a dialogue with his daughter, Aspen Brown, whom he shares with Christine. Kody recounted that Aspen inquired about his lack of affection towards her. In a confessional, he expressed, "Sweetheart, I love you. I always have and always will." He spoke to an extensive conversation in which he attributed the tension in their relationship to Christine. Although Aspen is expecting her first child, there has been no information regarding Kody's visitation. While Kody may be attempting to connect with his children secretly, the The social media interactions of the Brown family offspring indicate who is open to engaging with him. Aspen maintains a private Instagram account, although her husband, Mitchell Thompson, possesses a public one and does not follow Kody. The fact that just 3 of his children, Isabel, Hunter, and Michael T. Brown, follow Kody on social media significantly reflects his present connections with others. Other offspring of the Brown family may no longer choose to be affiliated with the Sister Wives celebrity. Nonetheless, the Sister Wives Season 19 Tell-All special subjected Kody Brown to unprecedented scrutiny. The reality star's consistent evasion of nearly all inquiries, coupled with his ex-wives Mary, Janelle, and Christine Brown's allegations of his mistreatment, indicates that the Brown family patriarch has significant reparative efforts ahead. Regrettably, his habitual deflection of accountability has reached a level that appears deliberate, and Janelle's recent disclosures seem to corroborate this notion. Kody's favoritism for his youngest wife, Robyn Brown, has been a long-standing source of controversy. Following the complete disintegration of his poly family, his former partners are now unreserved in their candidness. In the Sister Wives Season 19 Tell-All Part 2, Janelle confronted Kody's vehement rejection of any inquiries posed by host Sukanya Suki Krishnan. Janelle asserts that Kody's conduct exceeds his typical avoidant tendencies, suggesting it is a performance intended to safeguard Robyn. Janelle, married to the reality star for more than 29 years, asserts that Kody's more erratic conduct is a deliberate tactic to divert attention from his remaining spouse. During her conversation with Suki, Janelle suggested that Kody was prepared to compromise his own reputation to safeguard Robyn. The autonomy of the Brown family patriarch's actions is questionable. The former sister wife introduced an additional dimension to her hypothesis, asserting that this is part of Robyn's strategy to uphold her reputation as the exemplary spouse. Janelle believes that Robyn is orchestrating Kody's actions and pushing him to assume full responsibility, while diminishing her own involvement in the disintegration of their multiple family. The TLC star labeled this view as the gospel according to Janelle and asserted that it represents just another of Robyn's strategies to alienate Kody from his former spouses and their offspring. Fans observed this behavior during the COVID-19 pandemic when Robyn abruptly expressed anxiety on her quarantine regulations. Kody was initially more lenient regarding the problem. However, while observing Robyn's firm position, he began to concur with her and declined to engage with his previous spouses. Ultimately, Kody is an adult. Robyn may be issuing numerous requests. Nevertheless, he possesses the authority to decline, particularly as he has done with his previous spouses. Kody has consistently assumed the position of Robyn's defender. From the inaugural season of the series, he has portrayed himself as his youngest wife's gallant protector, while Robyn has consistently assumed the role of the naive, vulnerable individual requiring his unwavering safeguarding. His commitment to this narrative, even at the expense of his older children and former partners, demonstrates that Kody has perpetually engaged in this cycle. Mary, Janelle, and Christine may find it challenging to acknowledge that their former spouse was perpetually self-centered and manipulative and is currently attempting to recast the narrative to portray himself as the victim. During the tell-all, Kody asserted that the departure of his former wives was attributable to their envy of Robyn, which was not the reality. The reality star asserts that he has consistently faced repercussions from his family for his affection towards Robyn, ultimately leading to his exhaustion with the situation. The most significant revelation was Kody's assertion that he had never loved his first 3 wives, yet felt compelled to remain with them. Naturally, the former sister wives have criticized Kody for attempting to portray a skewed narrative of their collective past, rather than accepting responsibility for his involvement in the situation. Kody's fervent effort to protect Robyn from criticism further estranges not only his ex-wives, but even his children, who have articulated feelings of perpetual neglect. Unless the patriarch of the Brown family acknowledges his egregious bias towards one wife and confesses his misdeeds, he is merely exacerbating his predicament. Nevertheless, fans of Sister Wives expressed dissatisfaction as Season 19 concluded, highlighting escalating tensions, evolving relationships, and an ambiguous future for the Brown family. The cast is more divided than ever, leaving spectators to ponder the future. Amidst escalating speculation, Here is what TLC is withholding from viewers regarding Season 20 of the popular reality series. As the current season concluded, the Brown family was more disjointed than ever. Christine Brown established residence in Utah with her new spouse, David Woolley, while Mary Brown also resided in Utah for both professional and personal reasons. Janelle Brown moved to North Carolina, while Kody and Robyn Brown continued to reside together in Flagstaff, Arizona. Following the longest season in the series' history, comprising 25 regular episodes and 4 one-on-one segments, Sister Wives is now at its most current status. The season concluded with a timeline set for spring 2024, featuring Garrison Brown's memorial, while the one-on-one episodes were filmed in October of the same year, ultimately broadcasting in late May 2025. Numerous rumors persist, including allegations that Robyn misappropriated family funds to allegedly spend over $60,000 on dolls and accessories, that Michael T. Brown has distanced herself from her father and Robyn, and that Kody purportedly no longer maintains contact with several of his adult children. Given Kody's reported significant influence over the selection of scenes for broadcast, TLC may face constraints in depicting the current narrative of the Brown family. Nonetheless, if Season 19 reflects the network's present strategy for editing Kody and Robyn's story, the couple may again be portrayed unfavorably in the forthcoming season. Sister Wives continues to film on a continuous schedule. TLC has not yet verified whether a new season is forthcoming. They have not announced when it may potentially return to the airwaves. Nonetheless, Kody Brown attributed the financial difficulties consistently encountered by the Browns to a member of the polygamous family. Sister Wives depicts the lives of the Browns, a polygamous family governed by Kody Brown. Despite establishing several families by marrying 4 wives and raising 18 children, it became evident that he had financial difficulties. Kody and Mary declared bankruptcy in 2005, while Christine filed a loan in 2010. In 2018, the family's relocation to Arizona imposed more financial burdens, including a $820,000 acquisition of land in Coyote Pass. The land remained undeveloped due to persistent financial and familial disputes. A Screen Rant article indicates that Kody attributed the financial difficulties to his second ex-wife, Janelle, asserting that she managed the bookkeeping. Other sister wives allegedly claimed that Kody misled them into believing Janelle was responsible for all financial decisions. Nonetheless, Janelle maintained that she was solely responsible for the accounting. She instead alleged that Kody mismanaged finances and asserted that he and Robyn favored extravagant expenditures. They allocated their resources towards luxury automobiles, a $1.6 million residence, and similar expenditures, neglecting communal objectives, according to Janelle. The ongoing challenges, compounded by substantial mortgage obligations on multiple properties and legal expenses from their polygamy advocacy, exacerbated the situation. The site reported that the family's financial instability persisted, supported by public records and family statements evidencing their continuous financial difficulties. The Browns were unable to reconcile their aspirational lifestyle with their constrained resources. Nevertheless, it is important to acknowledge that they frequently attempted to establish other enterprises, including a jewelry store, yet none were successful. Maddie Brush, daughter of Kody and Janelle, disclosed in an interview on the Authentic Society podcast on YouTube, "Prior to the show, we were quite impoverished." She further remarked, "I believe my father earned a reasonable income, yet we had 15 children." The recent selling of their acreage at Coyote Pass has been a source of relief. According to The Sun, the Browns acquired the property for $820,000 in 2018. The family sold it for $1.5 million. The funds will be distributed among the sister wives, Robyn, Janelle, and Mary, excluding Christine, who relinquished her rights to Kody upon exiting the marriage in 2021. Kody intended to construct 5 residences on the land, one for each spouse, Mary, Janelle, Christine, Robyn, and one for himself. His plan also encompassed acquiring a distinct residence for himself. Nonetheless, Kody Brown sat silently on the wooden porch of his Flagstaff residence, the golden Arizona sun gradually descending behind the Red Rock skyline. The home, despite its size and exquisite construction, felt vacant. Excessive number of rooms. Excessive recollections. There is a deficiency of laughing now. The trip commenced with youthful conviction and a belief in plural marriage. Kody previously believed he was fulfilling a divine mission by establishing a family characterized by love, togetherness, and a common goal. He was confident in his ability to be a robust husband to 4 wives: Mary, Janelle, Christine, and Robyn. However, life proved to be significantly more complex than ideals. Years ago, Kody had vitality, charisma, and an abundance of aspirations. He initially wed Mary. They were youthful, fervent, and aspirational. Janelle provided stability and tranquility. Subsequently arrived Christine, ebullient and caring, embodying maternal instincts. Ultimately, Robyn, the spouse who would unexpectedly alter the relationship more than anyone anticipated. Initially, they made an effort. Collective dining, familial excursions, and spiritual dialogues, each interlaced with optimism. The children were raised with the belief that love could be plentiful and that having multiple mothers was a privilege. However, beneath the surface, fissures were developing. Years into their polygamous existence, the harmony started to deteriorate. Christine perceived herself as disregarded, perpetually in the third position.
Janelle sought autonomy.
Mary, once his closest confidant, had become aloof and emotionally fatigued. Robyn, the youngest and most emotionally attuned to Kody, inadvertently became the focal point of his existence. Kody endeavored to maintain familial cohesion. He arranged family meetings, organized bonding activities, and even pursued treatment. Each wife had her own aspirations and individual suffering. What was previously a collective journey now resembled a succession of individual pathways intersecting solely because of duty. The COVID-19 pandemic was detrimental. Kody's stringent domestic regulations created a rift within the family. Certain wives acquiesced. Others revolted. Trust diminished, and animosity intensified. "I can no longer endure this, Kody," she declared on a brisk morning. "You do not love me." Not particularly. Her exit marked the onset of a cascade. Janelle, weary of being a secondary consideration, opted for autonomy. Mary, who had long clung to the past, ultimately moved on. Robyn persisted. However, she too had ceased to smile. "This is not the family I agreed to," she said one evening. "You assured cohesion. We are fractured." Kody experienced a downward spiral. Was he an unsuccessful spouse? An unsuccessful paternal figure? Had he misinterpreted his vocation? Kody, now seated on the porch, reflected about the voyage. He continued to have faith in love. He always had. However, he understood that love did not pertain to control or the management of several lives. The focus was on connection, respect, and profound emotional engagement. For years, he had overextended himself, attempting to fulfill the needs of all, yet ultimately providing nothing to many. He rose, entered, and retrieved a dusty box containing antiquated family photographs. His offspring, his spouses, expressions of more favorable times. He felt tears welling, but did not suppress them. "I have erred," he said to himself. However, there may still be an opportunity for growth. Kody commenced therapy, not solely for his own benefit, but to comprehend what he had constructed and what he had dismantled. He engaged with his children more, not as an exemplary father, but as a man prepared to listen. He commenced issuing profound, sincere apologies to the ladies he had previously loved. Christine, now in a new marriage, accepted his apologies. Janelle beamed when he proposed assistance with the project. Mary, cautious, replied, "We shall see." Robyn and their partner remained together, albeit transformed. She had ceased to be his emotional crutch. She had become his partner, equal and cognizant.